Okay, this video is about how the once saved, always saved believers ignore the verses that talk about erring from truth and falling away. Okay, the first verses I'm going to read are in James chapter 5, verse 19. So if you want to pause the tape and look that up, you can do that now. Okay, verse 19 is, Brethren, if any of you err from the truth, and one convert him, let him know that he which converteth the sinner from the error of his way shall save his soul from death, and shall hide a multitude of sins. Now the key word in these two verses is the very first word in verse 19, which is brethren. Brethren is believer. And then right here it says, Brethren, if any of you err from the truth. See, that right there settles the whole argument. Is right there in God's word. And how far can you err from the truth? Well, it says it right there in the next 4 words. And one convert him. You can, in other words, you can fall far enough away, erring from the truth, that you need to be converted again. So you can fall away and you can come back. There's just a few exceptions to the rule, but if it's, not done in those exceptions, you can always come back. And verse 20, let him know that he which converteth the sinner from the error of his way shall save his soul from death, and shall hide a multitude of sins. In case you're wondering what that was, I just got an email, if you heard that noise. What it's saying here is that you've fallen away so far that you converted the sinner from the error of his way, and you save soul from death. Well, there's only one type of death of the soul, and that is called the second death, which is when you get thrown into the lake of fire. So here again, that right there in the word, without me even interpreting anything, it's just clear as day that the brethren can err from the truth to the point they need to be converted so that their soul can be saved from death. Can't be any clearer than that. Then we have falling away. This is in Luke chapter 8, verse 13. You can pause the tape right now if you want to look that up. But here it is. They on the rock are they, and being on the rock means that you're on a firm foundation, which is the foundation of Christ, which when they hear receive the word of joy, and these have no root. Now what they're talking about when they don't have no root is these people who are new to salvation don't have a real good foundation. In other words, they haven't been taught well. They just nobody's there teaching them, basically. So when the storm comes, which is temptation, which is what the rest of the verse is going to talk about, they fall away. And here's where it says that. Which for a while they believed, and in time of temptation fall away. So here again, it talks about losing salvation, because that's what falling away is. Now the next verse I'm going to read is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. So if you want to pause the tape and look that up. Okay, and here it is. For by grace are ye saved through faith, that not of yourselves, is a gift from God. Okay, here's pretty much saying that you're saved by faith. Okay, and also grace. Okay, but there's another verse which I'm fixing to read that says that you can fall from grace. Okay, it's Galatians chapter 5 verse 4, and you can pause it and look it up, but here it is. Christ is become of no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace. So only the saved people have the grace of God, not the unsaved. And if you're saved by grace and you can fall from it, then where does that leave you? See, if grace is required for salvation, which it says in Ephesians 2:8, and then you can fall from grace, which it says in Galatians 5:4, then can you have salvation without grace? Well, Ephesians 2:8 says that they go together, and Galatians 5:4 says that you can fall from it, so you fall from salvation. Well, that pretty much is it for this one, so I guess I'll make another video.